Match 1970. I'm here on Hope Island, beautiful part of the northern Gold Coast. Today I'm going to make, car going past. Today I'm going to make a series of videos, well not today, over the next few weeks or so I'm going to make a series of videos, just some basic how-to videos. Big disclaimer here, if you already know how to check your fluids on your car, do your tyre pressures correctly, do a basic clean, the exterior and interior of your car, things like that, you don't need to look any further. By all means, check out some of my other videos on Match 1970. You might find something interesting there as well for you that might tweak your interest anyways. So, but for people that don't know how to check their fluids on their cars, or maintain correct tyre pressures on their vehicle, how to do a basic wash on the car and things like that, by all means stick around, watch the videos. They'll be popping through in the next few days or so. I'll be doing it on my 2017 Ford Mustang GT. There it is there, just parked underneath a shady tree. It's currently 28 degrees and it's only 10:15 in the morning. So I thought I'd better get underneath a shady tree, otherwise I'm going to be sweating like mad. So what I'll do is I'll set up the tripod, I'll pop the bonnet, and we'll go through some basic things that you need to check over on your car on a regular basis. We'll also go through some of the safety things you need to consider as well prior to checking any of these fluids. So just a little bit of a heads up there. So alright, I'll get this set up and we'll get cracking with the video. Hang on a sec. Brake fluid level as well, and your window washer fluid. So I'll turn the other video on. Hopefully it's quite windy this morning, so hopefully the sound quality is okay. I'm speaking a little bit louder, so hopefully it comes through all right. Anyways, all right, let's get cracking. Okay, so to check your oil level on your engine, first of all, the most important thing, that the car is cold and the car is level on level ground. It can't be on an incline, a decline, on an angle, all that sort of stuff, because that will give you a false reading as to how much oil you do actually have in the sump. So what I do is I just have a rag handy, and I literally just pull the dipstick straight out. Now this metal part here, because my engine is warm, this will be quite warm. So what we do is we pull it out, we don't even look at the readings, we just give it a wipe straight away. One clean wipe off any drips that come through, and you'll notice on here that there's a hole here and a hole here, and then you've got a hatching mark in between those two holes. The bottom hole there would indicate that if the oil level comes up to that level there, you've got too little oil. Up to here is max oil level, anywhere in between is happy days. So what we do then, we wipe this clean, because what happens is when your engine is running, or even not running, after it's run, it will splash oil up this dipstick here, so it's not going to give you a real accurate reading. Engine is always switched off when you check this, so what we do now is we dip this one back into the dipstick hole, and I'll grab the camera and show you exactly where that is. So you can see it going down into the hole where that yellow hole is there. So we'll point that one back to where we found it, like so. We dip it down, right down so it seats, grab our trusty little rag, pull the stick back out again, and we have a look and see where the level is. Now the engine oil level here is right on the max mark. I am on a little bit of an angle, so I'm contradicting myself here a little bit, but I knew the engine oil would be hot, so it will read a little bit higher. So it's on the top level mark there, which is really good. Our oil looks nice and fresh. I only had it serviced about 1,000 k's ago, and that's all well and good. So we just wipe the stick like so, nice and easy, and we pop it back in again into the dipstick hole, and make sure that, I'll just grab the camera again, so see how it goes into the hole there. The dipstick goes down into there. Make sure that the dipstick goes all the way down and clicks in, so it's fully seated. Otherwise you might get oil vapor misting out of there when the engine is running. So if you find that your oil level is low in your engine, you need to top it up with some fresh oil. You should use the recommended standard viscosity oil that the manufacturer suggests, and you'll find that in your owner's manual as to what type of oil you need. If you're in any doubt, by all means go to one of the reputable auto shops and request the specific type of oil for your make and model car. If you don't know what the make and exact model of your car is, just get them to have a look at your car, and they'll be able to tell you, look it up on the computer and tell you exactly what oil you need. Obviously you won't need to buy like 4 or 5 litres of it or anything. If it's just a little top up, usually a 1 litre bottle will be plenty to top it up. If you do need to top it up, it gets topped up through here, and this is your oil cap. So that just literally just screws off, nice and easy, opens up. You look inside there, you can see the cam chain on the engine there on the right side bank. Put a funnel in, tip some oil in there, and then you go back, you close this one back up again, otherwise oil's going to go spewing all over your engine bay when you start your car again. Not good. And you go back again and check your oil level once again after a couple of minutes. What happens is the oil goes down into here, goes down into the bottom engine where it reads on that dipstick. So that's all happy days there. So that's pretty much your oil check. Alright, the next one you need to check would be your coolant level. So let's get on with that. I'll just turn the camera around. Let's do the disclaimer first. Most important thing, safety thing. Do all of these checks when the engine is cold. I mean dead cold. So leave the car overnight and wait till the next morning to do these checks, and that's a massive safety feature there. The most important one with regards to it being cold is the coolant. I'll switch to the other camera. Actually, I'll just tilt that down a little bit like that. So the most important one is the coolant. So you do not open this up when it is hot. You can see there's a warning thing on the cap cover there. So whatever you do, never check your coolant, never open this lid up when the engine is hot. Very, very dangerous. So as I said, this is my coolant overflow reservoir. All cars have these, modern cars have these anyways. And what happens is in the radiator, as the engine gets hot, the water gets warm, or hot, but not warm, it's bloody hot. The water needs to go somewhere to expand to release some of the pressure. And see that red stuff, there's the bottle underneath there. So this is one big bottle, and this is just a cover that I've got on, just to pretty up the engine bay a little bit. So you've got a coolant level here, and you've got, don't know if it'll come through on the camera or not, it's worth a crack, but you've got a low level and a high level. And once again, you need to check this when this is cold, because you'll get a false reading if the engine's hot, because usually the water will expand and give you a higher reading level. So check it when it's cold. If it's in the low side, you need to open this up and top up with a bit of coolant to get it up in between the low and the high level. Try not to go above the high level at cold, because you need room for expansion with the water. That's all pretty much it. You put your lid back on and you're good to go. Just remember, please, please, please do not open this when the engine is hot. I cannot stress that enough. One thing I would like to mention with regards to coolant is you need a specific type of coolant to top up with. You have a red coolant and a green coolant. Now, from memory, red coolant is for all aluminium engines, green coolant is for non-alloy engines. If you put green coolant in an all aluminium engine, you could have problems with corrosions inside your engines and things like that. I'm not 100% sure of that, but that's what I've heard about and I've learnt about over time. So this is an all alloy engine, so naturally enough it's got red coolant in it. If you're not sure, have a look. If you can't see any coolant in your reservoir, you need to add some coolant. So best bet, have a chat to your auto store. They'll look up exactly what sort of coolant you need, and you can purchase that, and they'll probably even give you a hand to top it up for you as well, so which will be all good. All right, so that's that one done. All right, next one is your washer bottles. So on the windscreen of the car, you have these, or not on the windscreen itself. They must be sneaking up. Oh, there they are, right there. There's our little sprayers, one there and one over there. So what happens is you pull your lever on your indicator, and or not on your indicator, on your wiper lever inside the car, and water comes out of this reservoir here. And it shows with like a windscreen and like little squirty marks, just like so. So you can see down here the colour of the water here, and it looks like I've got plenty of washer fluid there. Try not to use just straight tap water, because what happens is you can, over time, it will corrode the jets and things like that and cause blockages in the jet, so you won't get a full pressure squeeze of water to your windscreen, especially when you really need it, like if you're driving against the sun or something, you realise, oh geez, my windscreen's filthy. So all you need to do here, you can buy this stuff pre-mixed, washer fluid, or you can buy stuff here, you just mix it with distilled water and you just fill it in. It's almost like a very, very mild detergent type thing, very soft. It's a specific type agent that goes in with it. All you need to do is just pop the lid off, nice and easy. You can see the fluid down in there. Just top it up, pop the lid back on so it doesn't splash around everywhere when you're hitting bumps and stuff, and that's your washer fluid done. Last on the list is your brake fluid and clutch fluid. Now, a lot of cars have separate reservoirs for your clutch fluid and your brake fluid, and it is a specific type of oil that is used in the clutch and brake fluid. So if you have a look on top here, on the cap itself, now this is a .4 type of oil. I hope you can see that, and it says here, check with your owner's manual and all that sort of stuff. Now, if your oil level is low, you can see on the side here, you've got a max line and you've got a minimum line. If it's below the minimum line, you need the oil topped up, and it would be the best bet to go to a mechanic to check, because it could be the fact that you have a slight leak in your brake system, or it could be a simple fact that your pads have worn so far in the brake pad, in the brakes, that the pistons that push the brake pads to the discs have extended out quite far, and it's actually taken a bit of oil to fill the line and give you that pedal pressure that you get when you apply the brakes when you're driving. So best bet to take it to a mechanic. If it's just a little bit, under the max mark, or if it's within this range here, you're good to go. If it's too low, not good. If it's too high, it's not good either, because once again, as you apply brake pressure on the brake pedal in your car while you're driving, the fluid naturally enough gets hot because you're pressurizing the oil. So your lines will come up, your level will come up, and will give you an inaccurate reading. That's why you should always check this stuff when it's cold. If you do need to top it up, make sure you get the specified oil that's specified on here and also in your owner's manual of the car, and give it a little top up. It's just simple. It's just a little screw off lid on this particular model, and you can see in there plenty of brake fluid in there. Happy days. This stuff is very corrosive, so if you get this on your paint of your car, if you're topping up and you get a little dribble down on something, something down on here or on your body panels like that, wipe it off straight away and just wash it with a little bit of water, because it will corrode your paint over time. It's very, very corrosive. Naturally enough, if you get it on your hands, wash your hands immediately. Preferably wear some gloves, like surgical type gloves. You can buy them like a pack of 100 for like a few bucks, sort of thing. So that is the brake fluid. If in any doubt though, go see your mechanic. So there we go, 4 basic things underneath the bonnet that you should check on a regular basis. Pretty straightforward to do, but please adhere to my safety warnings that please check all of those fluids when your engine is cold. The car should be level, no incline or decline or left to right, should be nice and level. Usually, most driveways are fairly level. If in any doubt whatsoever that you're not 100% sure or whatever, go to an auto store. Like, I'm not sponsored by anyone, don't get me wrong, I'm only a little YouTube channel, like Auto Barn, Cheap Auto Spares, or Super Cheap Auto. They're guys in there, they'll be able to have a quick look at it for you as well, by all means, and they'll be able to sell you the right products that you need to top it up, and they'll probably do it for you while they're there anyway. So if they don't, by all means, go to your local mechanic, have a chat with them. If you feel comfortable with them, and they'll sort it out for you very, very quickly. So there's no dramas there. Alright, I'll call that video a wrap, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you found the information useful, by all means give it a thumbs up for me, that'd be much appreciated. And if you want to see some more content on RevMatch 1970, by all means hit the subscribe button and the notification button, and that'll alert you when a new video pops up on the channel. Alright, you guys have a cracking day. I'm off to do another video now, so I'll do that, and I'll edit this one and get it uploaded for you. Have a great day, guys. See ya.